I've always struggled with happiness. In 2019, I was actually in the biggest rut of my life. I had just dropped out of university. I moved back in with my parents. I had a pretty crappy job. I couldn't even see the light at the end of the tunnel. For all I knew at the time, I truly believed that happiness was something that you got from external factors like wealth, fame, or success. But thankfully, I quickly came to realize that that wasn't true. And that's why I'm making this video. I want to share with you the truth about happiness, which is that it's actually a skill. And as soon as I changed my mindset towards happiness, everything changed. The first step in developing happiness as a skill is to cultivate a positive attitude. Now I know what you're thinking, that's super cheesy, but the truth is that we are all so pessimistic nowadays. We constantly judge each other, judge ourselves, and we're very negative. And instead of seeing all the beautiful things in this world and being thankful for them, we complain. But the truth is, optimism and gratitude have an undeniable link with happiness. Optimism, for example, promotes the production of dopamine. And showing and having gratitude actually releases dopamine and serotonin. To implement this in your life, try starting your day with gratitude. Try to make it a habit of waking up in the morning and writing down 3 things you're grateful for. You can do this while you have your coffee or while you eat breakfast. It doesn't need to take long. It can be a really enjoyable experience if you let it. The next thing I would do is limit your social media consumption, which is super important, along with your news, because the news is just negative. Really don't need to listen to it. If something's going on in the world that you need to know about, I promise you'll know. And lastly, surround yourself with more positive people. Positive energy rubs off on you. So try to focus on cultivating relationships that are positive and have good energy and make you feel good. The next step that I used that really changed my happiness was exercising regularly. And I know that you've heard this all before and that you don't really care to exercise or whatever, but you don't actually need to do it to the extent of going to the gym for 2 hours a day. You can kind of minimize it. Go on walks, take your dog for a walk. I'm sure he or she will be super grateful. Exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters, and they reduce stress and anxiety. You can go to the gym, lift a little bit of weights, do some cardio, whatever exercise makes you want to exercise, do that. You do not have to follow a specific regimen. I personally enjoy lifting weights, and so I go to the gym to do that. I don't really care for cardio. I do it now, but I didn't care when I started, so I didn't do it. I started by just going to the gym, following a routine that I got made for me, and then I kind of got hooked to the gym. It's crazy. You really do become addicted. But anyways, that's besides the point. One thing I do every single day is when I take my dog out for a walk, I use that time to do other things as well. So I'll listen to a podcast. Usually, to be completely honest with you, I spend the entire time talking to my mom on the phone because I don't live with her anymore. And the last thing that helped me build happiness was prioritizing self-care. This means taking time to do the things that you like to do and make you feel good, like reading a book, taking a bath, meditating, any of those things. As long as it makes you feel good, go ahead and do them. Prioritizing self-care can also reduce stress and anxiety, and it's super important for society today because we are so outside of ourselves. We are so consumed by other things going on in the world that we don't ever look in and take care of our inner self. If you're having a bad day, don't beat yourself up over it. The only difference between my life now and what it used to be when I was in that rut is my definition of happiness. On paper, I'm not substantially more successful, but I worked on building happiness as a skill, and it completely changed my life. It does take time, practice, and effort, but as long as you're consistent, your happiness will increase every single day. So remember those 3 steps. Cultivate a positive attitude, exercise regularly, and prioritize self-care. By making happiness a priority, we can improve our overall well-being and lead more fulfilling lives. With that, I hope you learned something and you can start working towards a better future for yourself. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.